After losing on opening night to the Clippers, the Lakers have now won. After losing on opening night to the Clippers, the Lakers have now won 6 straight games. The Lakers bench sparked a furious comeback and beat the Bulls in Chicago 118-112. Now, LeBron messed around and got his 3rd straight triple-double. And when asked about playing in Chicago earlier in the year, LeBron said, quote, "I definitely recognize the greatness that Mike had in this city. Every time I play here, I look in the rafters at the jersey retired." So, Shannon, does LeBron elevate his game in the house that Jordan built?
No, Skip, because he doesn't go out and try to score 50. Like I said, I believe they went out last night trying to get AD because AD he's from Chicago.
Oh,
and
That didn't work.
It didn't. AD got in foul trouble. So LeBron, Skip, LeBron by nature is not like, he doesn't have the mentality, say, like a Kobe or James Harden. That's not him. He's a pass the ball, get guys involved, I'll get mine because I know I can get mine. That's not what he is. And we don't rarely, Skip, I think only twice I can remember, I can honestly say, I saw him go tit for tat. We saw him, I think that was game 6 or maybe game 7. He and Paul Pierce was going back and forth. And remember that game in, I think it was Eastern Conference Final, Indiana. He and Paul George were swinging back and forth. But for the most part, LeBron James lets the game come to him. He's a pass first. I can get my points. Hence 27.2 average for a career. So clearly he can score the basketball. But he's more Magic Johnson than Michael Jordan. But when he goes to Charlotte, the team that Michael Jordan is the majority owner, and the majority of the nights he's sitting in the stands watching, Skip, he goes out of his way. He goes out of his way because he feels that Michael Jordan has gone out of his way to not give him the proper respect. All the greats will pay LeBron respect. Okay, Charles Barkley sometimes he find a way to get critical because he don't want to. He tried to get back in Michael's good graces because Michael won't take any more of his calls right now.
That is probably true.
So he tried to get back in his good graces. But if you look at all the other greats, the historically great players, they will give LeBron James his credit. Michael Jordan somehow has kind of shied away. Well, Kobe has 5, and 5 is more than 3. But yeah, 4 MVPs is more than 1. 3 Finals MVPs is more than 2. Yeah, I get all that.
Sure.
But I don't believe he goes out of his way when he's in Chicago because, Skip, it's so long removed. Michael is probably glad. Michael probably wish he would go out of his way because I don't think Michael has a whole lot of love lost between the Chicago Bulls considering how it ended in the tail end with, you know, them kind of running him out of there because he wanted to keep the band together one more year. They's like, nah, we going with Tim Floyd, so y'all go ahead and split.
He wanted to keep the band together for 5 months.
Well, he wanted to keep at least, well, he didn't want to break the band up.
Yeah.
But they wanted to break the band up.
Jerry Reinsdorf and Jerry Krause said, "See you later."
Right. Even to the great Michael Jordan. And as great as he, I mean, can you imagine, Skip, you win title, you win 6 and 8 years, and they say, yeah, nah, we tired of winning. We just, y'all get the hell on up out of here. Nobody would do that now. So LeBron doesn't go out of his way, although I bet Michael wish he would because he wants them to punish. If they don't win, Skip, if the Bulls don't win 20 games in the next 5 years, Michael Jordan is not shedding a tear, considering how it ended for him. But LeBron doesn't go out of his way. But when he's in Charlotte, he goes out of his way to put pain on him.
Wrong. Sorry. You're half right about Charlotte. I agree with you about Charlotte, but you are missing the boat about the house that Jordan built. Every time LeBron has gone to that house, he tries to out Michael Jordan. Because look at the numbers. LeBron has averaged in 30 games in the United Center, the house that Jordan built, 30 games, he's averaged 30 points a game. That's the most he's averaged in any road arena in the whole league.
Even more than Madison Square Garden?
Yep, 30 a game for 30 games. He always goes in there and tries to make a statement. The problem is Michael no longer lives in that house that he built. He's gone. He moved away.
Right.
So LeBron's going in there battling the ghost of Jordan, and the ghost doesn't play. He just sits up in the rafters and observes. So you're playing against air. He's not there anymore, LeBron.
But let me tell you why he doesn't. Because there's nothing, LeBron James could average 50. And there's not one Chicago fan that would ever think that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. This is why he does what he does in front of Mike. I want you to see this greatness. Even though you don't want to believe it, look at that. You looking at the Mount Rushmore. You looking at the face to the left. The first face to the left. You can be number 2, but I'm number 1.
Shannon, anyone in the NBA world or the known world who isn't a blind witness knows that Michael will always be greater than LeBron.
No, they won't. No, they don't.
It's over, and it's over a long time.
You.
No, it's everybody but you.
No, it's you.
You are the leader of the blind witnesses because they are just blind. Whatever LeBron does is magic.
I can't believe it. I mean, I want to say I'm surprised that he played like this, but I already know we went to Wakanda.
It's probably necessary just to. He did do that.
Maybe that's
right.
it.
Do we need to quickly run through the numbers? Michael Jordan 6-0 in the finals with 6 MVPs. Goodness. Michael Jordan 10 scoring titles to LeBron's 1. Michael Jordan 9 all-defensive teams to LeBron's 6. Michael Jordan won Defensive Player of the Year. LeBron, no way.
He should have won it over. You know, Skip. You know he should have won over Mark Gasol. You know that, Skip Bayless.
I don't know that.
You do.
Michael Jordan led this league in steals 3 times. Not so much for LeBron.
But Skip,
0. I'm sorry, I can go on and on.
Skip,
it's over.
Normally, guards lead the league in NBA steals. Allen Iverson led the league in steals. Jason Kidd. Normally, guards do that.
Michael Jordan's 6'6". Come on. I don't even know. He's like beyond a guard. I don't know what he is. He's just the greatest player ever.
But, Skip, when you look at the numbers, there are 3 finals in which Michael averaged like 31, 6, and 5. And in 3 losses, LeBron averaged 34, 8, and 9. I mean, Skip, it just, look.
Here's the bottom line to this. The reason it was over from the start, Michael Jeffrey Jordan is the greatest late-game assassin I have ever seen, and anybody who knows basketball has ever seen. LeBron is the shakiest closer of great players you've ever seen because he is the worst late-game free throw shooter in NBA history statistically.
Well, we don't go to the free throw line. Okay. We drop them threes on you.
You know what?
We drop bows on you.
You run from the free throw line.
Why go to the free throw line? We gonna end it. I ain't got time to be getting on the
run to the free throw line and you're like this.
But what about when you shoot that 3? What about when you shoot that 3? Ask Indiana about that 3.
Shoot 3.
Ask Indiana about that 3.
He finally hit one.
Okay, what about Toronto?
Took forever.
Well, then why we got more buzzer beaters in the playoffs than Kobe and Jordan?
Well, when it was time for Jordan to make one, he made one. It was time for the signature end of career hold the pose shot in Utah. I was there in the front row.
Like LeBron did on Friday night. He hit that Vogue on Doncic. He hit that Vogue pose.
They were up 4 points already. Did that win the game? Stop it.
I did like the Vogue.
LeBron ran from the last 3-point shot at Dallas.
No,
he did too.
No, we could do this.
He signs off in the huddle on, we're going to let Danny Green shoot the last shot.
We call him Skip. There's no greater feeling.
Stop it.
There's no greater feeling.
Over,
to practice and rehearse something and to have it called in the game and it works, Jenny.
No, it feels good.
It's sad that you go into Michael's house and try to beat Michael when he's not there anymore.
It ain't his house.
He's got to do it. It's ghosts of Michael. So, Skip, I know you're back on the Kawhi train, but I'm curious what you think about the load management strategy. I am already